Okay, what we're going to do next is we're going to do a classic fringe, which isn't too thick. Again, that's quite soft looking. It doesn't look like you've had a go at it with your nail clippers. So what I've done is I've taken a centre part in and then I've created almost like a little triangle for the fringe area. Okay, it's better to cut this when it's dry or when it's slightly damp. When you dry it, if you just use your fingers just to dry it like so, and then you could just go over just to smooth it out with a round brush if there's a kink in there. Obviously because you just want it to the natural fall so it doesn't bounce up too much. When you're going to cut your client's fringe as well, if you just say to your client, would you mind just relaxing your eyebrows, because obviously the last thing you want to do is they've risen their eyebrows and you cut to their eyebrows and then they relax and then the fringe is up here, okay? So this is a good handy hint. So what we're going to do, we're going to use no tension at all. We're going to put the hair into the comb and we're going to point cut the whole look. Okay, so our client wants her fringe just below her eyebrows. So you pick it up. When you're first cutting it, I would actually leave it a slight little bit longer. And then, because you can always make adjustments, it's better to do that than to take too much off in the first incident. Okay, as you can see, we're just using a point cut to take off the length as well as to shatter the edge. Because the last thing we want is a really blunt, horrible looking fringe if the client doesn't desire that. Obviously, if they do want a blunt fringe, then that's a completely different matter. What you would do is you would bring it down and then you would cut it completely at 0 degrees across like so to get a blunt fringe. Almost like when you're cutting the bob. Okay, and again, if you wanted to shape it round, again, you would just, in your mind, you'd create a curve and just bring it round like so. So if you wanted more of a rounded fringe. So we're just going to pick up this area, continue cutting across that line. Some clients hate it when the hair falls into their face. So you can always give them a tissue to hold, in like a blow your nose tissue, just in front, just to stop that hair going all over their face because it does itch. Okay, so we're going to continue up that line and then I'm just going to have a little check. We're going to visually check it just to see if there's any longer bits, because obviously the hair movement changes when it lands. There's a little bit here. I can see I need to take a bit more off that bit. Okay, a little bit more over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to layer it slightly, because as you can see it's quite heavy and it can be quite harsh. So a lot of clients would like you to just take that weight out. So what I normally do is just take the top layer up, again put it into my comb like we did previously, and then I'm just going to take some more of the length out, doing really quite drastic point cutting, taking weight out. So you're almost like layering the fringe, and then that gives it a much softer desire effect. And then if the client sort of just wears it a bit over, there's a bit of a layer in there, it just breaks it up to be nice and soft. Or again, if she wants to wear it forward. And then obviously the more she wants it lighter, the more you just do deep point cutting into it. Obviously be careful not to take off length at this point if you're just wanting to take out weight. So just go in with your scissors vertically. Okay, so just go all the way along until the client's satisfied. So just keep them involved, keep saying to them, how does that feel? Is that how you want your fringe? Do you want to keep it nice and light like that? Etc. And then that's how you produce a classic fringe.